Hey guys, Ernest Wheels here. Wanted to do a quick video. This is for Crazy Bastard Customs. He wants me to show a little bit more silver in my videos, so there you go, big dog. Those are some sunshine rounds, different varieties, and a couple of eagles in the middle. This video, I wanted to talk to you about what I believe each ounce of silver is going to buy when silver hits its peak. I don't believe that silver will hit its peak until the dollar completely collapses, which means that you will no longer be able to buy anything with US dollars. Now, again, this is complete speculation, no type of um, facts. It's just an assumption that I came up with based on the information that I've received. I believe that at some point in the future, I don't know how far, but 1 ounce of silver will buy you a small house. And here's the reason why. First of all, silver is extremely undervalued just based on the M2 money supply in America. Just based on that alone, silver should be $75,000 an ounce. Uh, and all I'm doing is just dividing the M2 money supply by the ounces of silver held at the COMEX, because that sets the price here in the United States of America. So there is reason to believe that based on that at some point silver could be $75,000 an ounce. Now I believe that they will officially do away with the dollar before it gets that high. But the question is not what the price of silver will be. The question is, what will silver buy? And I believe that it will buy about what $75,000 can buy you today. Now here's the first reason. The first reason why is not because I believe silver is that valuable, but it's because whenever you have economic cycles, whenever you have something extremely undervalued, when that cycle ends, it becomes extremely overvalued. It's simply the principle of buying low and selling high. If you bought a house at the peak of the housing bubble in 2006, early 2007, then you got crushed because houses were overvalued. And then when the bubble burst, they became extremely undervalued. And so people were buying houses for pennies on the dollar at the time. Now we're in another housing bubble. We're also in an auto loan bubble. And the reason why is very simple. A brand new SUV costs about $70,000. On what planet should an SUV cost $70,000? And we're not talking about a Cadillac. We're talking about a Ford. We ain't talking about nothing fancy, no luxury SUV. No, we're talking about a basic Ford Expedition, something like that. Chevy Suburban, real basic SUV, brand new, over $70,000. That's a bubble. That's not how much those cars are worth. That's just not how much they're worth. And the reason why they cost that much is because people have to go into debt. Anytime you have to go into debt in order to pay for something, it's going to inflate the price. That's just how it is. Anytime everybody, the majority, the 99%, have to go into debt in order to pay for something, it's going to inflate the price. So prices at $70,000, it's insane. For an SUV, it's insane. And so what's going to happen is when the bubble pops, those prices are going to deflate and real assets are going to inflate. Gold and silver, real assets going to inflate. Land, real asset, is going to inflate. Real estate, not so much because people are already getting into debt to get real estate, and so the price of real estate is already inflating. So I believe real estate is going to deflate along with vehicle prices. So that's the first reason why I believe that silver will be able to, buy whatever $75,000 can get you, is because those prices are in debt. And debt is not real, it's borrowed. So it has to be paid back. Silver is real time. And so I believe that silver is going to overshoot. I believe at the very, very, very top of silver, 1 ounce of silver, one of these, will be able to buy you a small house. If you go back and look at history of the Great Depression, not here, but in Weimar Germany, around that same time, Weimar Germany, they had hyperinflation. If you look, 1 ounce of gold bought an entire block of houses. 1 ounce of gold bought an entire block of houses. So that being said, it's not unfeasible to think that 1 ounce of silver won't be able to buy you a small house, some small, 2 bedroom, something like that. Maybe 10 ounces will buy you something bigger, who knows. But that's just what I believe, because at that time, nobody will be using debt to buy houses. They have to use something real, because they're going to have to revamp the entire system. And so what has been real money for thousands of years will once again establish itself at the top, and that's gold and silver. The cryptocurrencies, we haven't had them during a crisis, so we don't know what's going to happen with them. So if you want to go with what's sure, you know that silver and gold will buy you something. Now, again, it's not like you're going to buy a whole bunch of silver now and then the crash comes and then you're going to move into Beverly Hills and everything's going to be awesome. It's not going to be like that. We are going to be living in a completely different world when the dollar doesn't exist anymore. That world is going to be completely different. I don't believe it's going to be a peaceful world. Don't believe it's going to be the world that we are living in now. I believe that world is going to be a lot of pain, a lot of heartache, a lot of rough times. So don't think that, hey, I'm going to buy a whole bunch of silver now and then buy a house, buy a nice house. No, I don't think it's going to be like that. You're going to have to figure out how to get some food. What I plan on doing with some of my silver is building a aquaponics facility. Aquaponics, I believe, I think that's the future of food production. If you don't know anything about it, I'll do a little bit of research on it. Aqua, then ponics. But that's one of the main things that I plan on doing with my silver, but I'm going to start working on that even before the dollar crashes. But I think that there's going to be a lot of hunger issues. And so what better way to use your silver than to help provide food for people who can't get it? The only reason that we get food sent to our grocery stores is because of this debt-based system. When the debt-based system stops, it's going to be interesting to see how much food we get shipped to our local grocery stores. So again, it's not about getting rich quick. It's about preserving your wealth to see what you can do for your future. Silver is nothing but a tool to exchange value. It's better than dollars because dollars aren't an exchange of value. It's an exchange of borrowed time. Silver is an exchange of real time. And so that's what I believe that an ounce of silver will purchase. Don't know what an ounce of gold will purchase, but I know that silver will overshoot, so will gold, simply because the debt has been building for so long, and it will continue to build until it pops. But when it pops, it won't just be, the housing market. It won't just be the auto loan market. It's going to be everything. It's going to be our bonds that break. It's going to be government debt. It's going to be consumer debt. It's going to be business debt. It's going to be unfunded liabilities. It's going to be derivatives. All of that stuff is going to pop because they're all connected to the source of the system, which is the dollar. Everything that is accepted and valued in dollars is going to die. And when those things die, true money, gold and silver, will go to its true value. So just wanted to do a quick video of what I think that silver will purchase. I believe at its height, silver will be able to purchase 1 ounce of silver will buy a small house, simply because I believe silver is going to overshoot. And so I believe right now in Venezuela, 1 ounce of silver buys you 3 to 6 months worth of food, which is a huge deal because bolivars, right now the government says that $1 is equal to 10 bolivars, but that's not even close to the truth. On the street, it's like $1 equals, it's something crazy. It's like 150, 200 bolivars, might be more, I'm not sure, but it's something crazy. It's way more than 10. So just keep in mind that what's happening in Venezuela will happen here at some point, because their system is like ours. We don't produce like we used to, and because we don't produce as a nation like we used to, we keep having to go in debt, and that debt is going to pop. And when it pops, they will have no choice but to print money like crazy and cause the currency to hyperinflate. This is what you want to have. See that? It's real silver. Troy ounces of pure, fine, 999 silver. You want to have that. So that's a quick video. Again, if you are looking for a place to purchase silver, please check out ISN, International Silver Network. Our website is, I'm going to leave a link to the website in the description. Always remember, ladies and gentlemen, this and gold is real money. Everything else is credit. Be blessed. Peace out.